Check, check it up. What up, though? What's going on? Hey. Um, hey man, listen. And I want you, for those that's chiming in, checking in. Uh, I gotta put my disclaimer out here before I kind of go any further, right? So, my name is Chandrell Green, to be exact. I'm also known as Mr. Freestyle. I am the reason why the DJ turns the mic on. Been doing this for more than a decade and some change. I don't need to show you what I got to go ahead and say that I've been doing this for a minute, like most people do, right? So here's the thing. If you don't like my energy, if you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't like that my opinion counts just like yours, man, then by all means, with this PSA that I have for you guys, you have permission to be great. Somewhere the fuck else, right? Because I don't have time for people like Miss Goddess Masterpiece, any tourist that is one-sided, or anybody else that wants to blanket black men as nothing, as hoe ass niggas, as lazy, as whatever the case may be. And this is what my point is, and this is what I'm gonna go into right quick. Listen, Miss Goddess Masterpiece, for about maybe 3, maybe 4 months, people have been, at least on my end, city of Detroit here, have kind of followed you, got the notifications when YouTube and you paid your bills to go ahead and get the notifications that we wanted to go ahead when your topics and your lives came up, right? You not Michi X. Stop talking like that. Okay? You're really a ranter, sister. Okay? You like to rant. You get on your motherfucking whatever and you rant. The best thing that I could say that you have for you going is when you sage shit up. See what I'm saying? You might want to just kind of keep it with that, with the candles, and getting people to follow you in that because you're coming from the spirit. But when you start bashing black men that you're going to need the motherfucking help from, you make it easy for the passport bros to look at examples of women like you and double their passport time. Okay? Women like you make it easy to fall in love with your absence because of the reckless way that you talk, right? And then you downplay the shit that you do to make a man mad at you, to make a man disgusted with you. Your laziness and your entitlement makes it possible for any man that you've ever dealt with, including the people that probably wanted to come to the protest but saw you live and realized, I don't want to be around that motherfucking essence and energy, then maybe it's you. And all the motherfuckers following you that you probably graduated from a GED class with, then yeah, those are the ones that you chime in with and this, that, and the other. And then for the people that's coming around you or coming around that circle of people because of the facade of wholeness that you put up, bitch, you lonely, you're miserable, and you look like you're single. You have the biggest, you look like a fucking person with good intent. But as soon as someone challenges your limit to education or your limit to understanding in a comment or whatever, then we're keyboard killers. Then we're this, we're that. Give you a prime example, and I didn't get a chance to say nothing because you wanted to go ahead and block somebody. Give a fuck about that. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Watch this. You're on the phone, this one particular incident that pissed me the fuck off about you, and I'm gonna let you know about you, right? You're on the phone with the caseworker, whom evidently it's concerning your children. Now, I'm going to make this comment because you put it in public. If you feel like I'm coming for you personally, in the comments of under one of your lives, when you were out at Central City Park or whatever the fuck you was, I left my telephone number. Call me. Let's chop it up. Because you're wrong as fuck about maybe 8 or 9 things that come out your mouth every other fucking post. Your opinion counts. We understand that. It shows in the views and the people that you have, right? No problem. Not talking. Not knocking it. Not knocking it. You have gotten to platforms to elevate you to certain things. But right now, you're stuck in your own mess. Get off yourself. Can you, and here's the question for you, if you really had no fear, sister, what would you try? What is it in your life that you have not let go, Goddess Masterpiece, that won't allow you to move forward? I'm not taking nothing away from your life experiences, but the ones that you give to us sometimes sound like excuses as to why you didn't do shit as a mother. Sound like why you ain't do shit as a girlfriend. Sound like why you ain't do shit as a potential wife. And then when you get up here and rant and shit, as a human being, you sound miserable as fuck. But for you to go ahead and bash a black man and say, well, we're not doing it, this, that, and the other, first of all, common motherfucking sense. They decided to have a protest on a fucking Monday because they know people gonna be at work because they didn't want to get the heat. Okay? Pay attention to that. As much as you run your motherfucking mouth, Goddess Masterpiece, you should be in shape. But to me, you might have a beer gut because you be drinking wine like a motherfucker, right? Wine and tea. You're whining. Tea. You talk about people not doing shit? Can you travel outside the confines of your subway system and come and see what Detroit is doing? What Chicago is doing? What Texas is doing? With all the shit we got going on? And yes, black men speak up. But you know what happens? Just like when we call the police, when bitches like y'all do shit to us, we don't get the response time until the next goddamn police shift, and then they coming to get the black man. Pay attention to that. And you live in one of the worst motherfucking police cities in the goddamn country. So you really should understand and watch what the fuck you saying with all those nationalities of strong men, black, Belizean, African men, that catch the bullshit because of women like you, calling, whining, and weaponizing the motherfucking police. Okay? We are an endangered species, and you ain't nothing but a motherfucking nigga catcher. Shit didn't work out for you. Okay, fine. But you want to bash every motherfucking black man that you don't see doing something that you think a man should do. Who the fuck are you to tell a black man what to do? Don't you got a slit? If you can't control your motherfucking period, and this is for any woman watching this, that's negative and don't know their motherfucking role. If you can't control your period, black woman, you cannot control a black man. We are more important than you are, if you really understand it. And I'm going to explain to you why before you open up your mouth and want to probably send any and everybody at me. Because there ain't going to be no conspiracies here. Let me let you know something, and I'm going to put it in motherfucking science, right? Real talk facts. If your mood is good and mental things are going well, the body, it accepts dick. In that same instance, if you held down and your mental ain't there, we can still get pussy from you. On the flip side of that, if our mental ain't there, this dick ain't coming up. If we harassed and you think that you're going to go ahead and take something from us, that dick ain't coming up. Right? So therefore, look like you're going to be dealing with roses. Right? And the way that things is going, for those of y'all that got roses and bullets, you're tearing up your pussy. You look like one of them women. All that shit you talk, you got some of the freshest batteries in your motherfucking apartment building if you stay in one of those. Don't come at us with that bullshit. And I'm talking about straight men. Okay? Don't blanket everything. It's only the motherfucking dudes that you dealt with, that you got the issue with, that you broadcasting to everybody else. You, black woman, are a seed of doubt. What I need you to do is this. Sharpen your eyes, tune your ears so you know what you see and understand what you hear. Stay in your motherfucking place. Know it first before you try to give another person, especially a man, his. You don't have no domain like that, okay? You have a safe space, but you don't have domain. Our domain was taken and you was in it, all right? Now, we do have our faults. We do have our fuck-ups, but there is no need for someone like you who is going to need our fucking help one day at any given time because you want to open your mouth and think you a leader. You're not a leader. You're in an emotional vessel. You're not a leader. You were not born a leader. You are an emotional vessel that needs to be guided. All right? Pike, bitch. Pimping you is kind of easy. Weirdo.